Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason DeRoss.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's Friday. I got winded there. Do you ever get winded? Sometimes when you're like, I have COVID. You're like, this makes no sense. Anyways,
Well, just before we go on the chat, before this lights up, there's about, I would say 30 seconds of silence between Stacey and I. You can't hear what I'm saying or what I'm doing. I don't know why that is.
huh?
Or at least that's the way I think it is. Because when we have guests on, we'll be talking, and then you're like, okay, we're going to go on. And then we'll be talking, I'm like, she can't hear you. And then you go, oh, okay. But then you've never answered. So I'm like, oh, she really can't hear us for 30 seconds prior to.
No, why were you saying something? We don't have a guest.
No, but my stomach was yelling. I was like, oh my God, my stomach, I can hear it this time. And normally I don't hear it. Anyways.
Are you okay?
I think so. I don't know. When I first jumped on today, you were like, you look insane.
I did tell Jason he looked insane. I could have been projecting on my own mental demise today, but
no, my hair has come down about 3 inches since we started talking. So
okay, Jason looked like what's happening right now, says Jan. I agree. I said welcome to the show, and then Jason was like, wow, there's a 30-second delay. We should talk about that. I don't know. Oh, Jan says we're twinsies. Yeah. Jason
I'm
looked
in the chat too, because what I'm seeing from Jam is what's happening right now is the last thing I saw
from Jam. Jason came onto the chat, and I took one look at him, and I said, "You look insane. What's going on?"
Yeah. No hi.
No, you didn't actually get a hi because I was just like, we need to address what's going on with you right now.
It's true.
And do you want to talk about it?
Oh, there's nothing going on other than my hair is just doing its thing today.
It really is.
I don't know. It's Friday, man. We drinking. We said that we were going to drink today.
Yes.
You'll see that. Yeah. Casual Friday is not here, but we're here.
Yes.
And we're casual
and
it's Friday.
And we are, we are, in the Friday spirit. And so what are you drinking today?
Well, I didn't stray this time. I stuck to it as cleanly as I possibly could.
Okay.
You said gin smash. Here is a straight up gin smash.
What's
Although
that?
every recipe I went to and found online, they were all put basil into it. Basil.
Basil. I think it's always been basil. I don't think anyone's saying basil.
I don't have basil.
Okay. I love that little sound. Isn't she fun? So I have, here we go. So what I have is, Jace. Okay. So Janelle says you sounded so serious when he said we're casual.
We're casual.
We're casual.
I'm having fun. Dan, I'm having fun.
We are having the most fun. We're casual. Rob says if he wasn't at work, he'd be in robe. Okay, so this is what I'm having.
I'd say balls up and get in your robe and go to work.
Let me tell you, there is nothing better than having to get up very early in the morning. And then you're walking home and it's 11 and you go into the liquor store. And you're like, good morning. Oh, I have a very successful podcast online where we make the rules and we decide Fridays we drink. So I'm perusing to see. What will I have? So I was going to do a gin smash.
You're in a robe and oversized glasses, Mrs. I don't know your name.
What?
I'm sorry. I was doing a bit as being the person serving you at LCBO as you walk into a place wearing crazy casual Friday wear.
Okay, Jan, you're drinking. You haven't even cheers me. You're on a fucking level today. I can't with it. Jan, please help SOS. So I am drinking this amazing company in Toronto, Collective Arts, and they're really, really good. Their beers are really, really good. And so they have made a gin beverage that is so tasty, and the cans are so great. I actually have one of the because they put prints on their beer, different images.
From local artists.
Yeah, local artists. And so I have one of them. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, this is the dry gin soda with grapefruit, lemon, and thyme.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, look at that! Listen to this Foley artist over
that
here.
Little ASMR with my fancy little wine glass. So now I'm gonna cheers you because Yeah, so Jenny Cirillo, I also didn't know that Collective Arts did non-beer things, and these are delicious. And this can is so freaking pretty. I can't. It's so freaking
It's
cute.
very nice.
All right, well, cheers, everyone. Happy
We're sponsored
Friday.
now by Collective Arts. Cheers.
Oh my God, cheers. Cheers for sips and subs. Mine's tasty as all hell. It's so tasty. It's not sweet.
I didn't know gin smashes were this delicious. I don't think I've ever had one before.
Well, the gin smash that you can get from the liquor store, it's so sugary. Like you're just bound.
That's
to
probably
be.
my jam. And Kayla put out there she loves it. So she said it's pretty good ! So I don't know if that means it's pretty good or it's pretty good.
Well, the coolers are certainly. I remember when I went to see Stassi live from Vanderpump Rules, her podcast. I had a gin smash and I had one, and I was like, if I had two, I'd be on the floor. Not to brag, because I'm so little. I'm so little. So, Jason, what is going on with you? How was your day off before?
Great. I had one of those auditions where you go in and you're like, oh, this is. Did I tell you about my? Oh, I can't say what it was, but still, like, because it's a dumb commercial audition. But I went in and they were like, oh, cool, you ready? And I was like, yes. And they go, so you're doing this? And I was like, no. One of those auditions where they're like, oh, they sent the sides and they said that you're this person, but then you're the opposite person.
Yep.
So on the fly, switch a script. Let's go. So that's what I did yesterday.
Right. There's nothing better than, when you go to in-person auditions, which is rare now.
Mine was my first one yesterday. It wasn't in person, but it was a Zoom one. So it wasn't a self-tape. I actually had to talk to someone, which is the first I've done since COVID.
Well,
So-
I also question what type of people those are, because you're sort of in the epicenter of the virus. So
I know, that's why we stayed on Zoom.
But there's nothing better than going to an audition that takes you over an hour to get there. You wait in a line. You get into the room, you wait another 40 plus minutes to get into a room to find out you've been given the wrong information. And it was simply and utterly a waste of your time. And you're not going to book it because you're not prepared. And then it takes you an hour and a half to get home. And then you end up getting a burrito in the afternoon. Just me? When people are like, what's it like being an actor? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just a lot of wasting your time. Adam Colley's in the chat.
Adam Colley's here.
Adam.
It's Friday, and I'm coming up to the end of another Chloe Ting. We should get him back on here soon. Just to
Yeah,
talk about
Adam,
fitness.
we need to get Adam back on because so much has happened. Sorry, there's just someone coming to my house. I don't know what's happening.
Adam's an avid listener, but I think he normally does it podcasts. This is great that he's here live.
It's literally such a treat, but there's been a lot going on with our fitness journey, and I think it would be really nice to unpack that with Adam. A lot's happening. Yeah. And Janelle's right. I am in a mood. So come at me one and all. Yeah. So yesterday Kayla said, I must have saved myself heartache as a child. When I was 7, I insisted I wanted to audition for a show filming in Halifax. On the day of, I bailed. That was the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kayla would have been Anne of Green Gables. There was a great chance that was going to happen, and your life would have been very different.
Hello. Absolutely.
You'd be starring in maybe a Canadian Tire commercial, or...
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But there's just, I think when I started acting, I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Like, you're going to get free stuff. Like, it's just going to be so magical. And then you're like, renting a car to drive to, Pickering.
What are we chopping down Pickering? You know who's from Pickering?
You.
And Adam Colley.
Yeah, but Adam Colley is like straight out of Mad Men. Like the way that he holds himself and dresses, you would never assume he was from Pickering.
I think that for Adam is probably the biggest compliment you could give him. It's
It's not even a compliment because it's facts.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Are
happy.
compliments lies? Are compliments not are compliments always just lies?
No, but it's like
So whenever you've told me like, "Hey man, you're doing a really good job," I'm like, "Thank you, thanks for the compliment."
no, when
Although I've
you
never
show
said
up,
thank you.
when you show up with your shit together, it's a compliment because I'm like, wow. Because the fact is, you're fucking losing your mind at all times. That's like when people are like, wow, Stacey, that was really responsible of you. It's a compliment because the fact remains I'm irresponsible. So there it is. So I wanted to talk to you because I told Jason this morning, and I have really good news for our listeners that I have sleuthed out a new way for Jason and I to
Bring content.
to bring content. So I think on Monday, officially, I've tried it and tested it, and it's true. We are going to be able to unpack our favorite TikToks. So what I'm asking for Jason is for him to go on TikTok and find some of his favorites. And on Monday, we're going to unpack both of them.
This is gonna be a hell of a weekend, guys.
Okay, what do you need? I'm really trying to hold you today. What do you need?
I'm feeling good. I mean, it's Friday. Not that Friday means anything in this.
Can you stop shaking your table?
world. What? What are you talking about?
It's making me want to barf.
This is the Blair Witch Project episode.
Well, what do you need?
I don't need anything. This is gonna be one of those things. It's like when I'm at the party and it's like, "Are you okay?" Yeah. I think
Do you
I'm
ever
fine.
wonder why when you're at the party and everyone asks if you're okay, like
It's not everyone. It's only you.
no, because Jan called it off the beginning, off the top of this podcast. She said, "What's going on? What is going on?" So what is going on?
Jan can say it to me because do you know why Jan can say it to me? Because
You're madly in
the
love with
sober-
her.
She's the sober one at the party all the time. So I'm like, if Jan says it, I'm like, oh, maybe I am being too much or something. Then you're like, oh yeah.
Right. So I'm sober right now. I can tell you. Ask Jason to go find his fave TikToks, and he goes, then he'll go on Vine. Absolutely.
No, I'll head straight to like MySpace.
I know you would. Oh my God, it's gonna make me so mad. I have found so many good ones. Can I just give you, hopefully this will play. Let me see if this is connected. Okay, hold
This
on.
is just a teaser for what's gonna come on Monday.
This is a
We're gonna hit it
teaser.
hard on Monday.
Yeah, I'm gonna connect this to my, okay. This one makes me laugh so hard. And I'm really, really, really excited to get this going. So let me try and connect my phone here. Ooh, okay. Let's see if this will connect. You can start talking while I'm looking for this.
No,
Jason.
I'm just watching this happen.
Okay, let me just see if this works and let me know if this works, everyone.
Are you gonna show this like in the camera?
No, I'm just gonna play the sound
Okay,
of it
great.
because it's so funny to me.
So for all of you listening as an audio podcast, you're on the same level today.
Oh no. Sexy alert. Wee woo, wee woo. I'm sexy. Oh no. Sexy alert. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
And
That
let me
sounds like a Simpsons character, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is.
Can you imagine that the guy
no.
saying that has a little mustache? So I'm super excited that I've figured out how to show video and in a way where you can see it the same second everyone else is seeing it. So yeah, exactly. I
That's
shared it on my
great.
Instagram.
So my TikToks then for Monday, do you want me to send them to you, or do you want me to try to show them on my? I can't show them on my end.
We'll figure it out. We don't need to do the logistics here, but
No. I just also want to figure out. So what's your schedule like this week? We just talk through this all right now. We'll figure out a little back end stuff.
yeah, this guy had a little mustache. He's now like, he literally runs my whole life. And now I catch myself going, oh no,
When you
sexy
say little
alert.
mustache, you mean like it's like a thin Sharpie across the lip or something?
Yeah.
I think that's a look that is not pulled off enough.
He's pulling it off. Like, I'm in love. Okay, look. Can you see this? Oh, no, you can't.
I could see it a little bit. It looks like he would be an awesome Napoleon Dynamite character.
Yeah, he is. Oh, no. Sexy alert. Wee woo, wee woo. Oh, god, I'm like an ant. I'm just showing everyone. I'm like, look at this guy. So anyways.
We gotta put that mustache on Adam Colley. Have a little Clark Gable going.
Oh my god, can you imagine Adam Colley playing like a creep?
I wasn't thinking creep, but yeah. I was like, it'll make him look like Clark Gable.
Because here's the
lead
thing,
of a
like
classic.
it's interesting when you start doing comedy and you start putting on like costumes, playing as if Adam, truly the most gentleman of gentlemen's. But do you ever find that when you start putting on like costumes and stuff, like I am but mere steps away from being a full creep, a full disaster. Like I can take it to a level so easily.
Oh my god, we should at some point dress up and head to like an Alliston place, and like it's place like Alliston, and just go to a euchre tournament and just
That's
stay
no
in those
problem.
characters.
I once dressed up like the characters from Fubar. I don't know if anyone remembers the movie Fubar.
Of course, I mean
So-
it's Canadian, but I think it was still big down here.
It's so funny, but it didn't take. I had permed hair at the time, and I just gelled it down to like, and it looked like a mullet, and I had a fake mustache, and I looked like a man. Like
That's
people,
sick.
yeah. But I just was like, wow, I have that within me. I can easily transform.
Yeah, I've told you this before because my brain's already like it got holes in it. So,
Oh, we
like,
can tell today.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for that time when all of those characters I've dressed up as and acted out on and like really committed to on stage, I'm like, when are those going to become my memories? And I'm actually going to think that happened in life.
Oh,
and that's where I
Jason,
was.
that's where you're at today. Did you sleep? Did you sleep last night?
Oh, I didn't. I got no sleep. Zero.
Can I tell you?
I tried. It's not like anything happened.
Okay.
And just like last night, I was like, it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm like, well, I guess I might as well stay up till the sun comes up because this is stupid.
Okay,
And
right. I do want to tell you that no one is surprised. Because you literally are dead.
That's probably yeah. That makes sense. Now that you said that, I forgot that I haven't slept.
The amount of excitement when I was like, have you slept? And you're like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you, I haven't slept. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Oh my God, you know what wanted to happen to me last night? No sleep. Zero.
Can you believe it? Can you believe me on my bed, lying awake, not a blink, not a rest, not a pause? And now I'm here, bursting with no energy. Thank you for asking.
When your dreams start to become you lying in the same bed
Yep.
trying to fall asleep.
Yes.
That's when you're like, it's like when you have to go to I remember as a kid, I went camping one time and like the washrooms were like far away. And I was like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom, but you just don't. So then every
Right.
dream you have is you going to the bathroom. You're like, oh, finally I made it. But then you're like, why do I still have to go? It was every dream. I remember that very vividly. Anyways.
I love Elizabeth's comment is my favorite. LOL, Jason. Please let this be a walk. Oh, we're walking. We're walking, Elizabeth. Let me tell you.
I could tell you what happened that night because it was a thunderstorm out and it was like
Yeah.
I was in like I don't know, Beavers or Cubs or whatever, Boy Scouts or whatever it was.
It doesn't matter. We're hardly following it. Proceed.
Yeah, I know. So finally I gave up and I just unzipped the tent and I started just, as boys do, I just like aimed outside and I went. And then as I went to close the zipper, I looked out and the 3 leaders of our thing were standing there just watching me pee outside my tent. I was like,
Cool.
oh God.
I love how you don't remember anything, but you remember pissing it as a Boy Scout in the woods. Like,
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, you've asked me a bunch.
Okay.
And I've said yes most of the time.
Do you want me to read you your horoscope for today?
Yes.
Okay. I'll read you your horoscope and let's just like figure it out. Oh, by the way, guess what show I started watching? Because all of our friends are on it. Umbrella
Odd Squad.
Academy.
I tried Odd Squad. Umbrella Academy is much better.
I'm on Odd Squad. Not to brag. 2
2
episode
episodes,
arc.
if I'm not mistaken.
Bitch. Yeah. But I was watching Umbrella Academy. So many of our friends are on that show.
I know.
Not
Ken Hall's
me.
a major part. And
Ken Hall.
Patrice Goodman's on there from Sunnyside.
Yep. Dale Boyer is on it.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Friend
know
of the
that.
pod, Jameson Kramer is on it.
Well, Jameson Kramer's on anything that's
I know.
ever been filmed in Canada.
I know. Truly. So what is your sign again?
Virgo.
Right. Yeah.
Which I think we're in now.
Right, because your birthday's coming up. Jason. Okay, I feel like Jan should have been a guest because I think you need her TLC. I think I am but not the one.
Her
Okay.
big loving arms. I do need those.
I know you do. Okay, so let me read you your horoscope. Are you ready to let it land?
Yes.
Okay. Even someone with superhuman powers couldn't keep up with everything you've got piled on your plate, Virgo.
Bullshit.
Can you imagine? I was just like making it up and it was so accurate. Compromise is mandatory if you hope to maintain some semblance of sanity. So find ways to scale back and streamline. In
No compromise for me. Thank you. I'll go insane.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Where's the Kevin Nealon Road? In order to accomplish your most important work mission today, you'll need to back burner each and every non-essential to-do on your list. Tune out those around you, except for me, and you'll cross the finish line before the end of the day. Phew.
Does cross the finish line mean dead?
Does it feel that way for you?
It feels like that's what you just read me, that I'm going to die today.
Only Jason would get a horoscope where it's like, hey, just like buckle down and take care of yourself and you will get done what you need to get done. And you're like, oh, so I'm dying today? Fucking perfect. Great.
I would love to work at one of these newspapers where they put it out. And then like
This
one
isn't a
day I'd just
newspaper.
fuck with the horoscopes and I'd put RIP beside one of them. And then someone would open up and be like,
No.
oh no.
What would happen is you would put RIP on one of the horoscopes and then you would read the horoscope and you'd be like, I'm freaking dying today.
I know, I didn't sleep last night and I forgot that I wrote that in as a joke or a prank. Prank yourself.
Prank.
That's the ultimate prank.
You hear that, George Clooney? The ultimate prank.
Prank yourself.
Ew, never again. Please don't. How does that land for you?
I mean, fine. I'm trying to figure out what compromises I have to get to today.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't know. It
you're
feels
planning to fly home?
These things are so vague that it's like, I don't know. I could read 100 things into that. So I don't know.
Well,
I'm
you are
trying to remember-
you're planning to fly home?
That's on the table.
Yeah. So?
I know some people might have saw it yesterday. I threw it out and we put it in the regular podcast story of like, I found this picture of Escape from LA and I was like, this feels fitting right now. So I put it up as looking for flights.
Yeah.
I might not be coming back.
Oh.
But I might be coming back. Compromise.
No one is surprised by that answer at all. I literally was like, this isn't happening. And you're like, no, it is. I was like, I don't think so. Nah, I can feel it. Okay, I'll read my horoscope just to be fair. Also because I like to check it. And if anyone wants their horoscopes read, let us know. Okay, here we go. Ah, the irony, it says. That's great. Today you have your nose to the grindstone, but people are throwing you off your game.
I think you're making these up.
With
You're
their-
literally writing them in front of our faces right now.
But people are throwing you off your game with their texts, questions, and tagged posts. While you might be
that's not me. I don't text.
Well, I know. While you might be tempted to shut your door, log off, and silence your smartphone, the cosmos call for multitasking. The truth is, you won't be able to get her done today without getting input from others. Yeah, that's classic me, though. I don't do anything without input from others. You can only do so much, Pisces, so don't drive yourself crazy. Take a deep breath and let the juggling commence.
That answered the question. I think people
I'm
were
a
asking, what is the sign?
I'm a Pisces. I am a Pisces.
Yep.
Now, okay. Okay, we've got Gemini. Here we go. Yeah, that tracks for me.
Wasn't your original due date, was it Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
And then it went like, so.
Yeah, so I was supposed to be born on Valentine's Day. But I'm glad that my mother was able to hold out because wee woo, what a fucking disaster that would have been.
But also, yeah, because if she would have held out one more day, this is true. You were born on a leap year, a day before February 29th.
Yeah, I was about to be a leap year baby.
So cool.
So, Janelle, I am reading this from Astrostyle. I love Astrostyle. It's the Astro Twins. They're twins. I follow them on Instagram.
Oh, well, then they for sure they have this ability. They're twins.
They're twins. I mean, twins are crazy. If you think
When
about
they
it.
write these, they put their foreheads together and then they write them together. That's how they do it.
I can hear your throat screaming.
throat.
You're losing your mind. Okay, so Elizabeth is a Pisces too. I highly recommend Astrostyle. I really, really enjoy it. Really, very much so.
Tasha, thanks for looking out for me. Canada,
Okay, Gemini.
Canada will let you in.
Oh yeah. He'll be able to come in. He's just not doing it. So under today's stars, this is for Gemini. Under today's stars, you're more naughty than nice. So unleash your mischievous side. Let your hair down and allow your inner bad girl or boy to come out to play. Get yourself.
I want that one.
Shut up. Get yourself glammed up for a socially distanced night on the town or inject some spice into your day by sending the object of your affection a suggestive message or photo. You might even find yourself in a flirty chat session or sexting your ex. Wee woo, wee woo. That
one's spicy.
That said, be crystal clear on your boundaries so you won't have to deal with a messy cleanup mission tomorrow. Damn. That's wild.
Someone's in for a good day.
So my moon is in Libra.
Yours is to lock yours into your room, not do anything except talk to people about what you're supposed to be doing.
It said, don't lock yourself away. Amazing. So Gemini has got a great little horoscope there. But Pisces is not, because I have been feeling like I want to throw my phone in the river and just disappear for a few days. And it's saying, hey, lean into your community. So we are.
I interpreted yours differently because it did say like today you're not going to get things done. Anything you do will get done. You have to ask people about it.
Wow. It's weird how we see things.
Perspective.
You just fall down and that's the last episode of the regulars ever. You just disappear.
From my perspective, it's the first and it's gonna be great. It's just the start of a new chapter.
I can't with you.
I know today's I gotta chill out.
You're having a soft day and that's fine. That's okay.
It's not a soft day. I feel great. I'm just like, except for this lack of sleep is probably murdering me.
Is it just one night or has it been a couple of nights?
It's been about a life. For the most part.
You know, I'm
really terrible at sleeping. I don't sleep.
Yeah, I don't really suffer from insomnia, but I do get it once once every couple of months or a few times a month where like I just can feel it the second I lay down. I'm like, no, I won't be sleeping today.
I did have it actual insomnia for for quite some time in like grade 8. My whole summer I was up. It was great.
Oh wow. Did you try melatonin?
No, I was on a lot of drugs at the time.
Sick.
Plus melatonin and like back in my day.
Magnesium?
What's that?
Magnesium? Or yeah, those are two things, right? That help with sleeping?
Well, they are things. I don't know if they help you sleep.
Yeah.
It's like valerian root and like
whoa.
Well, everyone knows that because of Fight Club, right? Like that's what they tell them. Go eat some valerian root, work out, get some sleep.
You know what? Here's a controversial opinion. Didn't care for that movie. Don't care. So
that's fair.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like sexy Brad Pitt, sure, yeah, okay.
I thought it was even sexy Ed Norton at the time. Like it was
sexy Ed Norton for sure.
Like it was great at the time.
Ed Norton is like low key super sexy. Low key.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's low key. Like,
well, I feel like he's like a less hot version of Sam Rockwell because Sam Rockwell is like hot as hell.
Okay, I get that.
Do you know what I mean? You know that I saw Sam Rockwell once. I was walking Burger. He was taking a shit. And then Sam Rockwell looked at Burger taking a shit and was like, yeah, cool dog. And I was like, whoa, yeah, oh my God. Like my vagina fell to the ground.
When you screamed at Chris Pine from your car.
Screamed at Chris Pine in my car. And I'm not saying, hey, isn't this a funny story? I screamed. I was like, oh, like it was not like a, ooh, it wasn't like a wee woo, wee woo. I was like, oh my God.
How is it to live that life when you drive down the street? You're just like, I gotta go to 7-Eleven, pick up some smokes, and every car you pass by, you go, it's you, and you're like, oh god, I just gotta go to 7-Eleven.
Like Chris Pine is so sexy. Like I can't. Like he is a type of sexy that I know is not available to me. Like I will never. Like
I don't know, man. This is like you're just saying there's no pennies in the pond. Like
No, there's
put
no
some pennies on the ground, man.
No, there's pennies in the pond. Let me tell you, there's pennies in the pond, but my pennies got rust, you know? We got rusted pennies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know when you see
Yeah,
someone.
you said if you want to find a penny, you go out there and you think you're gonna find a penny. I need you to think Chris Pine is pining for you
No.
at this moment.
I can't be in a relationship with someone that looks like that. Like, what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. Maybe he likes.
He
I
likes
don't know, maybe
what?
he likes painting erotic art by number. Maybe. He's
Do you
into
want
that.
another? Do you want another toss at that?
No, I don't. Because I can't even like figure it out now.
Maybe he likes paint when you paint it. Is in the
Erotic paint by numbers, isn't that?
There you
what I
go. You got
said? I
it.
thought that's what I said the first time.
No.
But I did not.
No, but you know when you see someone and you're like, they are so attractive, and but they're also like, you also can't let their sexiness land because you just know it's like not available to you. Does that make sense? That has to make sense. Like,
Yeah, of
because they're
course.
not in your league, you actually aren't that sexually attracted to them. Like Chris Pine is like a man. I mean, he's a small, but he's
Sure, we all know what you
delicious.
mean. Like everybody, I don't think I know a person that is like so confident in themselves. Maybe I know a couple, but like most people are not as confident to be like, "Pff, no one's out of my league.
Yeah, those
always-
people
I
are
like that.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but and like out of your league, like what am I gonna do with like a beefcake? You know what I mean? Aw, Kayla
Yeah.
says I felt that about my husband when I saw him online, but he was in my league after all. Don't doubt yourself, Kayla. I love that. Yeah.
And then Elizabeth's the opposite. He can't be prettier than me.
No. No. Agreed. 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 Can't be prettier and can't like. He just like he can't be the most. I'm the most. We need to balance that out.
I have a new crush.
Who's your new
I know
crush?
you asked me about my lines, my things of my like celebrity crushes, and I'm
Yes,
always like,
this
I
is a
don't
huge
know.
day. Yeah.
I think it's one of the girls from Pen 15. I was like,
Okay.
because she's funny as hell.
I know. See, you don't have crushes. You like love and respect. Like you're like, you know who's wonderful? And I'm like, oh my God. Who?
Well, I don't know anything about this woman other than that she's funny.
That's great. That's really great. Congratulations. How does it feel to have a crush?
Fine.
Really?
No, it feels great because now when people ask me like, "Do you have a celebrity crush?" I won't be like, "I don't know."
No, but now
I'll
you're
just
gonna
be
be that lame person who's like, have you heard of Pen 15? Well, it's a really great
I think I
series.
brought it up 3 times this week.
I know.
But I'm done the season now, so I won't bring it up again. But
No, but it's just like when and you're like, I guess my celebrity crush, there's a very small, independent Irish production, which is really wonderful. And do you have TVO? Well, there's a beautiful woman on there, and she has a 3 episode arc. Gorgeous, stunning performer. And it's like, okay, move on. Get out of here.
I saw it. It sucked.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I was on Instagram and they have Instagram Reels, which is like a shitty TikTok.
Yeah.
And there was one for normal people, which, ooh,
You're into this.
but it was so frustrating because the Instagram Reel was just like the subtext of like what they wanted to say to each other, but they just chose not to say to each other. But had they said it, it would have resolved and they wouldn't have all these problems. And I was so frustrated.
Wow. What? They're just holding up a mirror to society. Guys, if we just talked things out.
If we
how
just said
life
how we
would
were
be.
really feeling. Amanda watched Normal People. My. It is so good. You see a full penis, and let me tell you, it's really enjoyable.
Aren't they high school kids?
No. They
I
meet
thought
in
you
high
told me
school, but it's a
it was
timeline
about
through.
high school.
No, but then you see them throughout as they're getting older.
Oh, I didn't get into it because I was like, I can't watch another show right now about high school kids.
Well, I don't know why not, because you won't shut up about the first one.
Why? It's great.
I know, Pen 15 is amazing. I watched
Is
it when
normal funny? Is normal people funny?
No, but it's a must watch.
It's going to turn into a Friday Night Lights is what's going to happen. And that's another
No,
reason
it's
why I just
darker than
can't
a Friday Night
do it.
Lights. But it's
Okay.
it's very sexy.
Maybe I
Wee
shouldn't
woo,
have an
wee woo.
opinion until I'm educated and I watch a little bit.
Hello.
We're learning today. We're learning a lot of things today.
We are.
Communicate. Say what you're feeling. Don't talk about things if you don't know what you're talking about.
Can you imagine actually saying what you feel? In what world? In what world
I
for
think
who?
I do a lot of the times.
Are you crazy? When?
Not right now.
You categorically never say what you're thinking or feeling.
Actually, as I go through my life and I'm trying to think of one example, I can think of a lot of examples that go the opposite way. So
Of
you're right.
course. Of course. Oh my God, Jason. As if. Don't disrespect your family like that. I just.
Like-
What? I just remember like some of our fights, like as friends, I'm just like, just say what you want. And you're like, I am. And I'm like, you haven't said anything. And you're like, exactly.
I'm a man of little wants. I'm done.
Yeah, that's, there's nothing more. And listen, like, you know, when you.
Oh, I'm a little man of wants. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Okay, great.
Oh, sorry. Yes. It's so true. Oh my God. That's always so funny when you're like, do you ever get in a fight? Like I've gotten in fights with partners where I'm like, just say what you want to do. And they're like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want you to say what you want to do.
That is nightly when you hit that Netflix button. What do you want to watch? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Shayla says it truly sounds like a curse saying what you want. It's so true.
Saying what you think.
Or saying what you think, yeah. I mean,
I don't know, man. I think like it solves so many problems if you can just talk through things.
I agree. I am not good at that. Like I say
Nobody's good at it. And why are we not good at it?
that's actually
Why are
like
we so embarrassed of what we feel inside?
you know what? It's so true because like I don't know, maybe because it's like it's so scary to live with the consequence. And you know, it's interesting because in going to therapy, she was like, "Oh, well, you don't you're scared to
Go after what you want. Say what you want. Feel
but authentically." Because I was like, I don't think anyone who would meet me would say that I'm not outspoken, but I'm really often not really saying the real thing that's going on. You know, like my actual voice, my voice in life, I think
Yeah.
I don't really use in any capacity. You know what I mean?
Is it because when we state it so clearly, we either get rejected of it or we get it and we're like, well, maybe it's not what I thought it was, or like
Well,
maybe it's
Yeah, or like when you're not happy in something, like if you're in a relationship, let's say that's like not going great and you know that and you know that that's like not going to work out. It's like voicing that.
oh, I lived through those.
Yeah, but exactly,
Didn't say
me
anything
too.
for 2 years.
Right. And because the consequence is so big. But I think also like really saying how you feel or really saying what you want is scary because you might not get it, like you said. And that is like, I mean, that's big rejection,
Yeah.
right? And disappointment. And those are heavy, heavy feelings. Or you
What's the
get
or?
or you get what you want, and then it's like, oh fuck, okay.
Look, if Adam Colley's still in the chat, he'll tell you, always ask. Just do it. Because what's the worst that can happen?
Right, but it's like, let's just say like in a relationship again. You go, I want you to open up, like you say to your partner, I want you to let me know what's going on. And then you get what you want. Well, be ready to like hold that. What if what they say is like not, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because then you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. I didn't want that.
Exactly.
Then you're screwed.
Adam says the worst they'll say is no. If they say yes and it sucks, at least you took a risk. I mean, absolutely, but the thing is the risk, right? Because it's like, I think you and I, not only are we like cup is half empty, we're also like, I don't have a fucking cup.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
who do we talk to get the cup?
The cup is half full, but like, what's in this?
Yeah. This
half
isn't my
full of
cup.
what?
This is not my cup. This isn't my cup.
I mean, I'll drink it.
I've been drinking it, but it's not my cup. You know, like, so it's like
I don't have money to buy another truck. I turned down commercials.
oh my God, you're on a level. But
I said truck instead of drink.
I
don't
know.
what happened.
I know, I saw it. But I think it's really scary to take the risk and to be like, oh, it's like, you know, oh, I think this project's a really great idea. And I'm going to go for it. And then everyone goes, great. And the universe lays it out for you and goes, here are the steps that you would take. Right? But then now you got to put your money where your mouth is. And that's really scary too.
A lot of the big things I've done in my life, I do them quietly. And then I
Right.
tell everybody after, I'm like, this is what I did. And they're like, well, I didn't know you were doing that. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but that's sad because you
And I
should.
feel like when I put it out there, then it doesn't get done. Because then people every day are like, so how's it going? And you're like, I don't want to talk about it.
Why?
I'm doing it. I don't know. Maybe that's what I have to figure out.
Well, that's the thing. I think that you and I think many people are perfectionists. And like, I get annoyed when someone's like, oh, the thing about me is
Yeah, all
I'm
or
a
nothing.
perfectionist. It's like everyone is, but we're all or nothing. But I think the problem with you and I is that we do not enjoy the process, which we need to force ourselves to enjoy because that's where the actual work is.
I don't know. I'll let you finish, but I got a disagreement.
I just spit into the mic.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll let you finish. I completely actually disagree with you. So I actually can't wait for you to like hurry up and stop. So I can tell you that you're dumb.
Does that mean you're done? Can I talk now?
Yeah, you can talk now.
I'm just kidding. But what I disagree with, though, is that I think you and I love the process. I think I'm thinking specifically of comedy because if I'm not in the process, where am I?
No, I know, but I'm saying in life, like you don't want.
Life's different. You're right.
Yeah, like you know, in my early 20s, like I think about my first relationship, right? And it's like I didn't have the language or the experience to realize that relationships take conversations and compromise and work. I was just like, oh, it should all just work out. You should just always like each other. You should always want to have sex with each other. You should always be going on dates. Like you shouldn't have to ask for what you want. They should just know. And you're like, that's ridiculous. You have to ask for what you want. You have to be authentic in your relationship or it's doomed. You know?
I've watched a lot of Disney movies and I feel like.
But that's what I'm saying. You're like that. You're just like, no, well, I'm not going to like, I'm just going to be perfect. You know?
Thanks.
Your tooth fell out. But anyways, yeah, I think it's really scary to like say what you want.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I know.
Adam, what if like you told someone that you love them and they said thank you? Like how do you come back from that? Let's say that happened, and I'm not saying it happened to me, but like what if it did?
But Adam's statement, his last statement is going to say, well, they're going to say no or whatever. And then, but then that Band-Aid's ripped off and you move on to the next chapter.
Exactly. But
Like,
I'm
you
saying
deal with the consequence of your shit.
agreed, but there's nothing more terrifying than going, I love you. And someone going, thank you.
leave.
And
See,
then
Adam sees.
well, that's the thing. If you go, thank you.
At least world.
Adam's correct. At least you know. But like, I think I'm so scared of like that feeling.
Hey man, don't we also love to live in anticipation? Like that's a fun time, right?
Is it worse than not knowing for years? You're Adam, of course, you're correct. I feel like Adam should be the guest on this podcast today, but it's correct. It is good to know, but I think a lot of us have fear in taking that leap and knowing that information because then we have to do something with that information.
Kayla's throwing out some good Wayne's World references and
oh no, I'm seeing them. I love you, man. Thank you.
Anticipation for Jason equals fear.
Yeah, anticipation is fear for Jason.
Not always.
What? You live in fear.
We're painting this world very black and white when there's a lot of gray colors and beautiful colors of the rainbow in there somewhere.
Oh, really? Well, let me see your paint pots. What do you got? Let me see your grays. Oh, yeah?
I can show you my grays.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in strong.
Can you believe how long my hair is getting? I mean, wee woo.
Yeah.
So long. Amanda says, I always want to know. It'll absolutely suck, but my gosh, I would always want to know, then just kind of sit in it, then move on. Here's where Jason and I differ because Jason and I will sit forever.
I have no problem if I find a comfortable stoop.
Oh my God. There is nothing better than getting fired, getting dumped. Because then you have to move on.
I would be a terrible boss because everybody would work forever and they might not be good at their job. I would just be like, well, I'm not going to tell you what you're doing wrong. I'm just going to sit here and...
You can't ever run a company. Like, even in our interactions together, I'm like, the things that you have, like, the things that you've had to do, do you remember when we were doing the Fringe show and we got a bunch of cards? What? Jason?
Well, of course I know. I remember everything about it.
So Jason had to go get cards printed and he comes back because we had to like flyer and stuff. And he comes back and I look at them and go, these are so dark.
Here's the thing though.
And Jason goes,
you're
what?
Gonna be like, why didn't you say something at the card store?
Yeah.
I was like, I think they look fine. But you were like, these look dark.
Everyone who looked at them said, why are these so dark? Okay. And I was,
but you're talking about yourself.
No.
You looked at them.
I passed them around. I said, what do you think about this? And a lot of people were like, these are
dark.
This
is Stacey passing around. Look at these. These look dark. These look very dark, right?
And I go, Jason. Jason, these are terrible.
Going through a process where it's already stressful as F, and then you go get these cards printed. And
I'm sorry.
And you're like, these are bad.
Pump the brakes.
I just dealt with the worst.
It was already stressful as F?
Yeah.
Ew. Don't say that. You can't say that.
Okay.
As F? Do you say that in your regular life?
Fuck, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say fuck from now on.
Can I just go to bed now?
I don't want to. I don't like sleep.
I know. It's so fun though. I love sleep. Sometimes I really...
It used to be fun when I had fun dreams. Like that was awesome. I haven't had a good dream and I don't remember my last good dream.
Really?
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
It depends on the night, but 1.
Whoa.
12.
That's
Yeah,
late.
pretty early.
That's pretty late.
It used to be later than that, but now that I've got a kid, I'm like, I gotta get up. He's up at 6, being like, "What's up, man? Let's play some ball." And you're like, "Okay."
Right. Jenny says she could never just sit in it because being in a state of limbo is infuriating to her, which I agree. It is not fun to be in limbo, but let me tell you, you're able to work in it.
Yeah.
Like
you
what's
stay in
that?
it because you just don't take that next step.
Can you imagine what is that play? Where they're waiting for Gadot. You and I would just be like, sick. So, okay, well, I think he's coming. I don't know. Like that would be our dream scenario where you're just in limbo and this person's never coming.
I don't know, man. Like, can you just get me a beer from the fridge? We'll chill out. He'll come when he comes.
So yeah, Godot's coming, but we got some fucking Coors Banquet in the fridge if you want a few. And we'd be like, sick. All right. The play would be us forgetting Gadot is coming. We should do that, waiting for Gadot. And we're like, fuck him, dude.
We should do a play. It's about our daily lives. And we just call it Waiting for Gadot. And at the end of the day, he walks through the door and is like, "Hey, guys." And we're like, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. Put your shit somewhere. God, he's like obsessed.
Gadot. Great. Gadot's here. Party's over.
Great. Party's over. We just like have a separate conversation of like, the second he walked in, it was like, buzzkill.
My shrooms just kicked in.
Like literally, I was like, I think these shrooms are bad. But then the second the door knocked, I was like, where am I? And then it was gone. My whole vibe is gone because Gadot.
I felt a black cloud.
Black cloud. I was gonna say I also felt a black cloud.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna get him
I
out?
was like, "Do we stop?"
Yeah, just the bathroom. Just whenever you. Yeah, he's obsessed with.
You gotta take the lid off and pull the chain. The lever's broken. So
Yeah, it's like he doesn't know this is his place, and we're staying here.
we only have the weekend, and we barely get these weekends.
Fringe 21. Waiting for Gadot, but we're like, who even is he? Like, why the fuck are we waiting for him? Like, what's so good about him? His name sucks.
Yeah.
Don't pronounce the
His
T. Fuck
suspenders,
you.
You can't bring those back. Suspenders, buddy, get out of
Get
here.
out of here. This place sucks too. It's just a hill. Like, you know, all productions are just one hill and they're just sitting on a pile of sand.
We should do something like do a Samuel Beckett play, but just with the two of us in it. So it's just this absurdist sort of thing with a pile of trash. And we're just like, somebody clean this up.
Yeah, what the hell happened here? Drama. Sexy
Anyways,
alert.
think
Wee
we
woo.
Think we can like this joint here? I don't see anyone around. I think we're good.
I think we're good. Yeah, we show up and like we just do we toured the Fringe circuit and we just do serious plays, but like
Every day's a different play.
every day's a different play. We do Streetcar Named Desire where we're like, Stella, can you just get down here? The car's still running. Just get down here.
Stella, tell your boyfriend not to. It's fucking 2 a.m.
Can you put a
He's
shirt
yelling at
on?
the goddamn window.
Why is he screaming so much?
We're trying to sleep over here.
And honestly,
Who are
Stella,
we kidding? We're
between
not
you
trying
and
to sleep, but we rent this fucking movie from Blockbuster, and we got to return it tomorrow. We got to get through it.
listen, we just close our eyes and we picked a movie. We're not enjoying the film, okay? But we have to get through it.
terrible.
It was terrible. We knew it from the get-go.
Walk Like a Man with Howie Mandel. He thinks he's a dog. That's the premise of the movie.
And it's crazy because we know he's a germaphobe. We know he's not petting that dog.
It was the only one left with a little circle on it when we picked it up from the thing. So we picked the circle up and took it in. Anyways, he's a fucking dog. And the kid's gonna
Like
walk
a
around.
man. I remember that movie. And he's like, it's just this sweet, naive golden retriever just walking around on set. And Howie Mandel probably was in the booth being like, let me riff a bit on this one.
Do you know what that movie is? Do you remember that movie?
Doesn't he get stuck in the dog because he doesn't respect his family?
Yeah, but they don't. It's not a dog. He literally walks around on all fours in the movie as a person. He thinks he's a dog, if I remember correctly.
I thought he was a dog.
He thinks he is, and he walks around like a human, like literally sniffing butts as Howie Mandel.
Listen, as of Monday, we will be able to bring that up and enjoy. Walk. I think I'll have to give my phone back if I search this stupid thing.
You go to the Apple store and be like, I need a new phone. Why? I've got a weird search history, and the shit that's popping up on here.
Oh my God, Jason. Okay. Listen, we are not judging. We have done bad commercial, whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
And if
Howie Mandel's more successful than
Sure.
I will ever be.
Sure.
But
But this
what
poster-
it shows, he's a really nice guy. When I
Sure.
met him, he's great. But like,
But this picture is, I believe, a career rock bottom.
I was a huge fan of his as a child. Yeah.
Can you see it?
Well, I need the zoom camera, but I already know what's coming up here.
Okay, this is not okay. I'm gonna try and get this on the computer. He is like this with a bunch of dogs in a tuxedo.
Oh, Jan put it up. The plot is a young man who finally returns to his high society family after being raised by wolves.
And you and I
Which,
can't
to be
get.
honest, if you and I thought of that premise, we'd be like, this is fucking gold.
Well, I was gonna say, of all the things we've pitched, we couldn't get a TV show, but that fucking. So he's high society, but for some
I
reason,
loved it as a kid. I'm not going to lie. Like, Howie Mandel was the biggest thing in my life
hold
for
on.
a long time.
a young man who has been raised by dogs in the wild after going missing as a boy, Bobo Shand. His name is Bobo Shand. Is
As
found.
you said it, I'm like, yeah, I remember that now.
Is found when Penny, an animal behaviorist, stumbles across him far from civilization.
Oh, and I think he falls in love with her, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course.
Spoiler alert.
Attempting, okay, and where's her standards? He's coming out from the woods going,
You've been through a lot if you're like, here's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Bobo.
But
He thinks he's a wolf.
okay, no joke. If I said, "Hey, I'm seeing someone," and you were like, "Hey, let's meet him," and I'm like, "Okay, his name is Bobo."
I know that we're always pitching ideas, but let's do 5 years after that movie, and then you're dating Bobo, like you've married Bobo.
And I'm like, "Can I talk to you for a second?" So it.
Hmm?
Wait, you're Bobo? And you're like, Bobo. I am. I have been struggling to put volume towards my real voice.
Here we go.
He's holding a Coors Banquet.
The chat has really died down. Is this just for us at this point?
I don't think we're on the internet anymore. I think we started talking about.
Everybody returned their phones. They're like, my internet history is now very weird.
We told everyone to bring a friend, and they're like, "This is it. Walk like a man. Talk." So, Mom, Dad, I know that my life's been really bumpy for a while, but I have found stability in this amazing man. His name is Bobo. Come. Okay. Attempting to help Bobo adjust to life with humans, Penny reunites him with his family, including his doting mother. However, his brother, Christopher Lloyd, isn't too happy to see him, since Bobo may receive the money he was slated to inherit.
It's one of these 80s classics. It's about the will.
It's always about the will. How much do you think it made at the box office?
Oh, I saw this in the theaters, and I know this was a big movie. So I'm going to tell you right now, I think this movie did okay.
Okay, why did
I'm
you
going to say this made, let's say, I don't know what a good benchmark is in the 80s, so I'm just going to guess 50 million.
No, it made $460,000. This movie obviously lost so much money because
I loved it.
it was released in 1987. Oh my God.
I think I saw it in theaters. I either saw it in theaters or I saw it by going collecting one of those chips and renting it from like a Jumbo Video. I probably rented it.
I feel like I would play the trailer, but I feel like we would get demonetized and that money would go to Howie Mandel. And I simply can't have that. I simply cannot. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Of course, on the regulars, we go from Waiting for Gadot to Walk Like a Man almost instantaneously.
6 degrees.
6 degrees. Could we do 6 degrees from Walk Like a Man? Okay.
To what?
Okay, so we'll do 6 degrees from Waiting for Gadot to Walking Like a Man or Walk Like a Man. Okay, so Waiting for Gadot. They're waiting. Okay. It's about 3 people, 2 people having to wait and tend on another person.
It was parodied later by Waiting for Guffman. Okay. It had many classic Canadian stars in it.
Great. One of those amazing stars was Catherine O'Hara.
Yes. Catherine O'Hara, part of the SCTV cast, which had star Martin Short in it.
Martin Short. And then
where are we? Is that 4 or 5?
That's 4. I think I'm now on the 5th.
Okay, so
Martin Short was in The Three Amigos with Chevy Chase.
Yes, and Chevy Chase.
Also, how can you expand what I just gave you? Not just with people, Chevy Chase.
Right. Chase is something that a dog does when a bus comes by, which is something you would do if you were brought up by wolves, like Howie Mandel in Walk Like a Man.
Jan could do it in 2.
This entire episode is a walk.
Elizabeth says this entire episode is a walk, but I love this pod, so I'm hanging on, trying to follow. I'm so sorry, everyone. We've really lost our minds this Friday.
I don't know. I feel like it's a walk through a beautiful garden. We're Kevin Neal in it.
That's really nice. It does feel like a garden. I will say Jan has truly the best skill ever. Next time she comes on, we have to play this game because the way that she does those connections.
Oh, she's the best.
It's truly unbelievable to watch. It is nothing but a stressor to me doing those walks. Yeah, I can't.
I was going to say, it looks like we're near the end.
Yeah.
Because I was going to do a ding that's my stop today, but I think I'll save it.
Okay. You sure you don't want to? We're right at the end.
We're near the end, and I got some fun ones, so I think maybe we'll save it for. We might have some guests next week. Maybe I'll bring it up for some guests.
We do have guests next week for sure, and I'm really excited for Monday with our new way of streaming. There's also a potential to stream also on Facebook, but I love our little YouTube hub.
Yeah, let's keep all the community in one. So
So we'll just keep it all on YouTube. But so we will be playing our favorite TikToks. Jason this weekend will collect some tickery talkeries this weekend, and then we will upload them and unpack them together, and then we'll play Ding That's My Stop at the end.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a jam-packed day. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, what a fun ride. What can I say? If you're listening to this and you haven't checked out a live episode, come watch me literally cry out my face for an entire hour. And then we can see blurry photos of Walk Like a Man. If you guys want to see Jason and I do a live performance of Waiting for Gadot where we don't actually care about Gadot, just let us know.
Or any other classic plays where Stacey and I just show up in the middle of it. Fringe 2021.
Yeah. You know, it's a pay what you can, and we will be selling buttons after the show.
We actually won't be part of the Fringe. We'll just be in town, and we'll set up our own venue, and we'll say we're part of the Fringe.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a great idea. During the same time.
Yeah. So we get zero press because they're all busy with Fringe, and we're just like, who cares?
Who cares? We lost money with
got
press.
Ice cream. Come get it.
Did you say we have ass cream? Did you say ice cream? Because it sounded like ass cream.
We've got ice cream. Come on in, guys.
I definitely do have ass cream. Thank you.
What's ass cream?
I have that ass cream from.
Yeah, that's right.
From Mega Babe. It's really good. I highly suggest the ass cream from Mega Babe. So dream it and you can be it. All right. Thanks, everyone. Check us out on our Instagram, The Regulars Podcast. We post a bunch of stuff there. I promise Jason coming back to Canada that he revokes it. It's a really funny platform that we are really experimenting with. So we're really enjoying it. And if you like this episode, just give us a little thumbs up. So
I didn't revoke it, by the way.
We'll talk about it later. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe. And we will see you all on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.